Check, check. Okay, so I did pick up a audio. So yeah, I just already got my headset right now. So anyway, so I did hear the news what was going on with SEPTA that is saying that there will be like I think 50 bus route they'll be cutting. So most of it's gonna be by August. By September they'll be hiking the fare from 250 to 290. Right now it's 250, but now it's 290. And what else? And then until January, the other routes will be cut as well, especially to five regional rail lines will be cut, and as well one of the metro lines will be cut, and both trolley T1 and the G1 will be replaced by buses. So that means I'll say the Route 10 and 15 will be coming back. That I'm assuming. Yeah, 50 routes will be discontinued, five regional rail lines, and one metro line from none other than SEPTA. So yeah. Anyways, I'll be going and be back. Just gonna have to fill my water, and then after that, I'll go in and continue on what was going, how to, yeah, which route you are gonna have to take. Alright, and I am back. What? There we go. All right. Oh, shut up. All right. So I did notice from people saying about those stuff. Yep. None other than SEPTA, which is the public transportation that goes around Philadelphia, and we also have these. So they say like a funding going on. Like hopefully, to me, I'll say like hopefully those stuff could get this sorted out. Hopefully, the government of Pennsylvania could deal with that. If they deal with it, then they should not be doing that stuff. If not, then yeah, the service will end up being cut, and the fare is going to be typed up again. So yeah, so yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. Yeah, I did not make an explanation. Let me go ahead and duplicate that. And okay. Oh yeah, speaking of that, so if y'all wondering, is there any routes that'll be extending? Yes, there is five routes that'll be extending. We got the 38, the 53, the the 64, the 105, and the 311. No, 310 actually. The 311 is going to be discontinued starting August of 2025. So this is actually the proposal for that. So to me, I'll say about the fare hiking. To me, I'll say like people don't pay the fare. That's what it is. Like people don't pay the fare. it might be the reason why, or either something going on. So yeah, so let's go ahead and go over this stuff. So proposal change are effective August of 2025, which is this August. So we got 32 routes will be discontinued. We got the Route 1 that normally goes through Hunting Park and the Boulevard, goes from 54th to City Avenue, which is northwest of Philadelphia, goes to Park Cestino. Route 8 is the express that goes between Frankfurt and Olney. The 12, we got the 19 that goes from Frankfurt to Tortoise Station. 30 that goes from 69th Street to Amtrak. William H. Gray to 30th Street Station at Philadelphia. 31 goes from City Hall to 76th Avenue and City Avenue. We got the 35 that goes to loop through Roxborough from West Hicken Terminal. 47M. We got the 50 that goes from Frankfurt to Park Casino via Philadelphia Mills. 62, 73, 78 that normally runs on I-10 from Center City, Philadelphia to Carnival Side Station. We got 80, 88. The 89 is one of the crosstown route that I'll mention about the discontinuing. If y'all remember remembering the how do you say, the bus revolution network. Like adding new routes, discontinuing routes. Yeah, the 89 is part of that discontinuing. 901 is also going to be discontinued. That route only runs on Saturdays and they never brought back after the pandemic. 106 is being discontinued. So yeah, the 105 is also going to replace the 106 with the extension. 120, we got the 126, 133, 150 that goes through Pennsylvania Turnpike, and there'll be no alternative route, or unless, well, I'll be showing you how do you get from not Philadelphia Mills, Park Casino to Paymount Meeting, but it's not going to be, but it's going to be the longest way though. 201, 204, 206 will also be discontinued. 311 and the Boulevard Direct will be discontinued. That direct bus has actually been served since 2017 on fall. And I'll say like Nishanami Malls is gonna be dead, and I'll say nobody's saying even taking it direct since they ever released. And the 452, 461, 462, 476, 478, and 484 are just school bus routes. So yeah, and 16 routes is also going to be shortened, and I forgot to mention that too. So we got the route 2, the 3, the 5, the 7, the 9, 17, 27, 43, 61, 84, 115, 124, 125 regular routes that will be shortened as well as the school routes. 433, 441, and 495. And we also have 88 bus routes that will be reduced. So we got the 4, the 6, 16, 18, 20, 21, 23, 25, 26, 28, 29, 32, 33, 37, 38. Yeah, all those routes that y'all could see. Well, I'm pretty sure y'all guys ain't gonna see it, but yeah. And especially to those metro lines and the regional rail lines. So this is what's gonna happen for August of 2020. Might gonna happen in August of 2025. And until January of 2026, well, until September of 2025, they will hike up the price. So January 2026, we also have 24 more bus routes that will be discontinued. Well, let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, 14 more bus routes that will be discontinued, counting us the 24 ones, so that'll be 2015, 16, 18 new bus routes that'll be discontinued, one metro line that'll be discontinued, and five regional rail lines that'll be discontinued as well. So, starting on January of 2026, proposed. So we got the 28, the 32, the 44, 77, the 90, 92, 95, 103, 118, 127, 128, 132, the Broad Street Owl, the Market Frankfurt Owl will be discontinued on January 2026. 446, 447, 448, and 490 will also going to be discontinued. Those are the school routes. We got the Ridge Avenue subway will be discontinued on that day, known as B3. And the Charlotte line will be discontinued. Chestnut Hill West line will be discontinued. PLE Thorndale, Trenton line, and Wilmington Newark line will be discontinued. So yeah. And yeah, this is gonna be like tougher for people from if they are like in Wilmington, Delaware, or Croydon to get from Croydon to Philly or Philly to, or from here to Trenton, and especially to people who live in Delaware. And then if they wanted to get to Philly, it's gonna be tough. Well, 113 was still here, but y'all gonna have to take Dart Bus to get to Claymont, Delaware, and then you have to transfer from the Dart Bus to the SEPTA bus route 113 from Claymont to 69, and then take the L. And then T1 and the G1 will replace with buses, so I would say like 10 and 15 will be coming back, most likely. And all metro lines and the regional rail lines we're not gonna stop serving until 9 p.m. So yeah, 9 p.m. will starting 9 p.m. All metro lines and regional rail lines will be ending service until 9 p.m. I don't know what time they'll be bringing it back. All special service, sports, concert, major events will be discontinued. So like like the Broad Street Line Express, the Special Express that get you from like Center City or Fern Rock, heading down to South Philadelphia to watch the Eagles game, Sixers game. Those will be discontinued. I'm not going to be reading all those stuff because one, that'll be taking forever, and two, I'm not only going to be showing you guys how to get from places to places. So yeah, and I don't think no, I don't. Yeah, I think there's yeah. I'll say the only service that will not change is the Montgomery line, the M line. But however, there will be no service after 9 p.m. So yeah, those are the regular school bus routes. All right, here goes the the map. Well, which route will be discontinued? So we have the route one will be discontinued. So route one usually goes from Park Casino to there's Park Casino right here. Let me open Google Map. No, I don't want no Google. All right. All right. So we got the route one will be discontinued. So the alternate route will be the route 14 between Boston at the Boulevard through Old Lincoln Highway. We have Route 20 between Boston and Philadelphia, Boston Boulevard to Home at Boulevard. The 65 between 54th City Avenue to Wissahickon, I'll say. And the 82, formerly known as the R, between Wissahickon Terminal through Boulevard at Pratt. So if you're wondering how do you get from, if there's going to be no Route 1 from between 54th and City to Park Casino, here's what need y'all guys to do. Let me go to Park Casino if I can find it. There you are. Here's Park Casino right here. So now y'all gonna have to take the 130, Route 130. Usually runs, I'll say, an hour or less on the Route 130. So you have to take this route from Park Casino, and you have to go. Make sure you take the one that goes to Frankfurt on 9, or known as the City Line. And you need to take that route to go southbound or inbound to get to. No, there's Knights Road right here. So 130 will go south through Street Road, turn on Knights Road, and then they will turn at this. Well, I'll say go ahead and get off at here. Get off at Mechanicsville Road, Knights Road, and then once you get off out there from the 130, you have to go across the street, and then y'all have to wait for about 20 from Mechanicsville at night. Go all the way to Frankfurt Terminal or Frankfurt Transit Center, and then it goes through Medford, turns at Academy Road. So sometimes it usually goes through Chalfont so that they could pass through Caswick, but usually they don't. They just continue on through Academy. So we just go through Academy, and then once they leave from Keswick, will meet back at the Academy at Morel Avenue, and then once it gets to Convent, they'll turn, and then Willett turn, Ashton turn, and then once they get to Home Circle, they'll make a circle to get to Home Avenue, and then they'll get to the Boulevard, turn, all turn. They'll stay on the Boulevard until they get to Bustleton, and then they'll make a turn at Robin. No, that's no. I passed. I'm pretty past Bustleton, so they'll turn at this area, this road right there, and then turn at Bustleton, and then they're at the terminal. So now you need to get up to 20 at the terminal because that's the end of the line, and then you need to transfer to the 82, known as the R. If I could find, is it this one? No, that's Port of 14. Yeah, 82 is the R. So you get on the 82, go all the way to Wissahickon. So you leave from the terminal, they'll get on Pratt Street, and then they'll turn at the Boulevard. So y'all guys will be back at the Boulevard all the way until Hunting Park, and I believe the 77. No, not the 77. The 75 will meet us there. I think I'm not sure, but somewhere around there, but I don't know. So now they'll go in, get off the Route One or the Lincoln Highway, and then now the boulevard will end at Hunting Park. Well, actually, they'll end at Allegheny. I don't know if I already at Hunting Park. Am I? I'm not sure, but okay. So I actually been at Hunting Park already after I got off on the boulevard. So here's the boulevard, and then that's Hunting Park. So so I'll say the boulevard ends here somewhere, and then it turns into Hunting Park, and then once you get to Allegheny, that will meet with a 60, and then the 60 will end at 35th Street at Allegheny, and then get on a Red Street, and then gotta find it. What's the Hickens? Okay, so they get on Red Street, and then there's a terminal for the West Hickens right here. And then now you need to get up to 82 because 82 is the end of the line for how do you say for the line from the terminal Frankfurt to Wissahickon. So now I think you need to take the 65 from Wissahickon. I think you need to take the 65 to 69th Street. I don't know. Okay, so I had a feeling that. So yeah, so you need to get on the 65, and I hold on. Let me get on the 65. Let me. So yeah, right now it's still a loop for the buses, but this is going to be the newest bus string or bus station for Wissahickon. And here's the regional rail line station of Wissahickon. And that will be Manahawkin Norristown line. So now you need to take the 65 from here to, I believe. Okay, for some reason, I don't know why they don't want me to. I'll say you need to take the bus to 60. No, I don't think so. Because if the route going to town in Germantown, okay, I think you need to take the one to 69th Street. So after you take the 82, you need to take the 65. So now you need to go through City Avenue, and then once you get to 54, if I could, I think I had to go. There's 47th Street. There's 50th Street, 51st, 52nd. There's 54th Street. So once you get to 54th Street, you need to get off here. Okay, so yeah, I was right about that. And this is how you get from Park Casino all the way to 54th and 7th Avenue. So I'll say you need to take four buses. You need to take the 130, the 20, the 82, and the 65. So yeah, 130 from Park Casino to Mechanicsville at night, and you need to take the 20 from Mechanicsville at night to Frankfurt Transit Center, and then you need to take the 82 from Frankfurt Transit Center to Wissahickon Transit Center, and a 65 from Wissahickon Transit Center to 54th at City Avenue. So yeah, that would be your alternative route for between Park Casino to 54th at City Avenue. So if you're gonna be ended up between going through the Boulevard, well, I'll say take the 20 and then the 14 or the 82. So yeah, and Route 2 will be shortening it. We'll make it shortened so now they will no longer go through Wayne Junction. So let me go through 20th of Johnson. So, or actually, I'll just do the ones that will be discontinued. So Route 3 will be shortened. Will be shortened. So now no longer go through the terminal, Frankfurt Terminal. 5, 7. There we go. Route 8. So we got the Route 8 discontinued between Frankfurt Terminal and Alling Terminal. This is the express route. So I see alternative will be the Route 18, the 26, 41, known as the J, and the K. So the A starts from the terminal. Okay, so now since this was going to be discontinued, now you have to take the 26, which is a crosstown route. So the 26 will go through, leave from the terminal, turns out the busway to get to Bustleton, turn at Cheltenham Avenue, and then goes through Frankfurt Avenue. Until they get to Hardison, they'll turn, and then Bustleton, and no, Bustleton, no, they have to go through McGee now. Is it? No, our Harbison's ends here. And then they had to turn at McGee. And I think no, they continue on through McGee all the way until I believe Only, I'm not sure. So yeah, I know the 26. Well, I remember the 26. So the 26 goes through Boston and then turns out Cheltenham Avenue to get to Frankfurt Ave. Turns out Frankfurt Ave and then Harbiston and then goes through Boston again. Gets to McGee. I think I already passed the bus stop already. Okay, so once you get to Oxford Avenue, the 26 will turn. And then I'm thinking, yeah, okay, so the 26 will go through Oxford still. No, I'm already out of the route. What in the world? So they go through Lefik now? Here's Rite Aid. I mean, and I already lost it. There we go. No, the 26 goes through Lefik. Did, did I been past? What in the world? Okay, so actually the 26 goes through Elgon. Once they get to Elgon, they will turn here. While the 19 and the 64, 67, then what was this? Yeah, 19 and 67 will go through there. Yeah, okay, now I got it. And then once they get to Lefik, they'll turn. Here's ShopRite. I don't know if they're still going to continue on through Lefik. I'm not sure. Okay, so it looks like they're going to turn at Tabor. So I'm assuming that able to meet with the 18 at Route 18 at Onley from Tabor because it's still a crosstown route. There's Godfrey where they meet with the 47. I don't know that is there's no route that goes bus route that goes to Godfrey from Tabor. Still on Tabor, there's Harrison Street. Still on the 26th, left from Frankfurt. Okay, the K will meet us there. And the 26th will continue on through Tabor. Here's, well, alright, now we're in Only. So we should be ended up meeting with the 18, if I'm correct. I don't know where's the 18 at. No, okay. So I guess, okay, yeah. And I got a message. 2K, who cares? Alright, so now that goes to Omni. So now they should be meeting with the 18 from there. Rice. Okay, so yeah, Rice and Sun. The 18 go to the Rice and Sun. So now, once the 26 gets to Rice and Sun at Only, they will meet with the Route 18, which is one of the frequent route, and also the 57 that I forgot about. So yeah, the 57 and the 18 will meet together for the 26. So the 26 will continue on through Only, and then I'll say the 57 will turn at Front Street. Well, maybe the 626 also too, for some reason. As a matter of fact, once you get to Only at Front, if if I don't go in the wrong way. So once you get to Only at Front, now you need to get off here from the 26th, and y'all need to transfer to the 18, which is one of the frequent route. That will get you to Only quicker. So you leave from Front Street, continue on through Only. Staying on Only still, we're still on Route 18 after we transfer from the 26th. So if anyone has an appointment from somewhere around there, y'all need to get off at 11th Street or 13th Street, and then y'all have to walk a block here. Because the Route 8 usually go through there, and they'll be discontinued. So once it gets to Only, there you are, y'all can get off here. And yeah, this is how you get from Only to Frankfurt, if there's going to be no Route 8. So yeah, two bus routes y'all need to take. Y'all need to take the 26 from Frankfurt Transit Center to find out Only, get off at the 26, transfer to the 18 from Fun Ollie to Ollie Transportation Center. So anyone lives in, well, I'll say not for that. So yeah, 26 and the 18 for your alternative routes. The 9 will be shortened between, so now the 9 is going to be starting from 30th Street Station. The 12 will be discontinued, so I see alternative route will be the 7, 21, 40, 42, and 64. So 50th and Woodlawn, that's the trolley. 50th and Woodlawn, that's trolley's shop. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, since there's gonna be no 12 from 50th of Woodland to what else? Columbus Dock. So that means y'all had to take the other way. So I gotta find where. Okay, so I guess here you start, and then they'll make a turn here. Okay, now we talking. I had Burger King for lunch. So yeah, from there you have to take now y'all have to take the trolley, the T line. It could be either T4 or it could be T5. It doesn't matter. As far as you get to Center City, y'all be fine to get to Center City from 50th of Woodlawn. Well, I'll say like T4 actually from 50th of Woodlawn. So you need to take the T4 eastbound to 13th Street. That's for the Route 12. Well, T4 is actually Route 11. So you need to go eastbound, pass through. Well, the T5 will meet us there, known as the 36. And if it's gonna be like a how do you say, the trolley blitz going on, then they have to turn out 42nd Street, and they will meet with T3, known as the 13. But for now, it will continue on through Woodland Avenue, and Chester Avenue will be ends here, so the T3 will meet us there, and they'll get into the 40th Street portal where they meet with T2, formerly known as the 34, and they'll go into the tunnel. Here's if I could. Oh wait, I already passed 37th Street. Damn, where is 37th Street? Okay, there's 37th Street. So here's 37th Street. They'll pass the stop. Here's 36th Street. If I could find a. There's 36th Street. And then once you get to 33rd Street, so here's another branch for T1. That'll be no longer T1, so that'll be back to 10. So that's the another tunnel for the T1, formerly as 10, but they're going to replace with buses. So now the T1 will meet us there. And once we get to 33rd Street, if I could find that, there you are, 33rd Street, they'll meet us there. The station's right there. And I'm assuming that you need to get off, yeah, I'll say you need to get off at 30th Street. Drexel Station at 30th Street, this is where you need to get off at. I'm thinking. Let's see, where the 31 and 49. There you are, there's another bus stop there. No, that's not it. Okay, so I said like if you're going, I'll say just keep staying on that train until 15th Street. So you're still on the T4, 15th Street City Hall. So here's 15th Street. So now you need to get off at 15th Street, and then you need to take the 21. Well, I'll say walk. If I could find the where's the which route that I normally? Okay, so if I could, because I know it goes through Chester, the 21. And 21 usually goes through ends at Penn's Landing. Now, due to the fact that there's a construction going on at Pennsylvania. They had to end at the dock. So now you have to walk to Chester, and then you need to take. If I can find that bus stop, there you are. So I guess you have to get it from the Ross Street. Does 42 go? No, that's okay. So there you go. Columbus is dock. The 21 is still. I gotta see if that route's still running or it'll be discontinued. No, there's nothing going on with the 21. So yeah. So now you're getting up from the T4 at 15th Street. You need to walk from City Hall all the way to Chestnut Street at Broad Street, and you need to take the bus 21 from here all the way to, well, I don't know where they normally ends at, or where they normally. There's 21. Okay, there's. I guess they turns at Front Street. I guess, like, I'm not sure, or either they actually turns at Second Street. So let me check. Yeah, they do. They do. Turns at Second Street. So they should be meeting with the still on the 42. So here's the Dock Street. So let's say about Columbus at Dock. Okay, Columbus at Dock. So there's Columbus Boulevard where the 25. Okay, so actually that goes. The actually. Where's this bus stop for? Okay, so that's another bus stop. So I guess I have to turn out Spruce Street. I'm not sure. Where's this bus stop? Where's this bus for? The 12. That's for the 12. Okay, so I guess they're gonna have to go through Spruce Street and then go through Columbus Boulevard and then they'll end right here. So I'll say you need to take two routes. Well, two lines actually. So T4 and then 21. Well, okay, so that's there's Chestnut. T4 and 21. So y'all have to take. That's for the route 12 as your discontinuing route. I gotta check how much. Okay, 44 minutes. Okay, let me check my phone. Set it out, don't care. Alright, so now we need to look at the 19, which is another discontinuing route. So now we have to go back to Frankfurt. So here's Frankfurt, and the 19 usually goes and starts here, but they'll be discontinued. So now I'll say as your alternative route will be the 84. So the 19 will be discontinued. As the alternative route will be the 14, the 20, the 58, 66, 67, and 84 as your alternative route. So, so yeah, people's going through Oxford Avenue and I believe Leffick. Yeah, Leffick Avenue, Oxford Avenue on Leffick. They're gonna have to take the either the 24 or the 67. Oh yeah, the 24 do go through there. But okay, so once it gets to Agdola, no, the 24 will continue on through Oxford and then gets onto Martin Mills before they get to Rising Sun. So the 19 will turn at Algon Avenue. So yeah, the 19 will start from the terminal and then go through the Cheltenham Avenue. Go through the Oxford Circle to get to Oxford Avenue. Turn to Agdola Avenue. And then they'll turn on McGee. So yeah. Yeah, I'll say the alternative route would be the 67. So if anyone will go through this area, the 24 as well. So yeah, the 67 goes through Philadelphia. Well, usually it ends near the boulevard, but sometimes it might end at Philadelphia Mills. So yeah, no, I'll say no alternative route from any of this area. So people are from Grant. Yeah, the alternative route will be the 14 or the 58. Willett will be the 20, and well, sometimes it might be the 20 Express. So yeah, and people from the terminal to Torresville Station, y'all gonna have to take the 84. So here's 84 stand. So it goes through Bridge Street. Well, it gets on Bridge Street, and then well, it stays on Bridge Street, I guess, to get to Tacony Street. Turn at Tacony. I don't know which bus stop is for. That's the 73. The 73 will be discontinued. So get on. So the 84 will get on Tacony. I'll say that's their normal route. So no regional rail line that will pass through there starting January of 2026 if they got the funding raised up. So here's Lefik. That's still the 84. Back on, get onto New State Road, and then enter in State Road where they meet with the 70. So I think they're going to turn out Catman. Yeah, they will turn out Catman to get to Torresdale at Catman to meet with the 50. And here's Torresdale at Catman to meet with the 56 and the 70. And then Leaf turns to Princeton. I don't know where's Princeton at. There's Princeton Avenue. Back on State Road. Continue on through State Road until they get to, I'll say, no, not wrong. Not Adbone. I don't know if I say it right. I'm still on the 84. Okay, so once you get to Grant Avenue, they will turn, and this is where y'all need to get off. Anyone living in this area here, if y'all rely on buses, y'all gonna have to take the 84 as your alternate route. There'll be no, starting January 1st, January 2026, there'll be no regional rail service as your alternative routes. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, the 28 will be discontinued, so as the alternative route will be the Route 70. So anyone who lives on Rock Street, I'll say y'all had to take two buses to get to Ron, and y'all had to end up walking there or somewhere around there. No alternative routes for any of this area, in my prediction. But I'm not sure, but as the alternative route, it'll be the 70. So anyone listening towards near the Cottman Avenue, And if y'all go to Fern Rock, y'all have to take the 70 as your alternative route. The 30 will also going to be discontinued, so as the alternative route will be the L line from 30th Street Station to 69th Street. And off the alternative route will be 40, 42, 46, 52, 63, and 64. So anyone lives in Vine Street, y'all have to get up somewhere around there, I'll say. Yeah, this is where y'all have to take the following bus. Those, I think the 42 also involved with that too. Duper goes through there too, but I'm not sure. So anyone lives in there or here, this is your following alternative routes. And if y'all came from 69, came from Upper Derby, y'all have to take the L line from Amtrak station to 69 to Upper Derby. So yeah, that would be your alternative service for the 30. The 31 will also going to be discontinued. So those of you who rely on buses going through Market Street westbound to 63rd, as the alternative route will be the L. And anyone lives near Lancaster Avenue, as your alternative route will be the 10. 21 will also be your alternative route through Chestnut and Walnut. Yeah, 105 will also be your alternative route from this area, and also as well as the 103. The 32 will be discontinued, so I'll see alternative route with a as the alternative route will be the 4, the 9, the 27, and the B1 line. We're through 32. Okay, so they go 30, 32 go through starts from the Broad Street, south, little southern from Broad Street. I don't know which. Let me check the. There you are. Brought Carpenter. I don't know if they actually saying something about. Are they even saying anything about that? No, I don't think so. So it does once every 30 minutes. So where is Carpenter at? So it's like a further. There's Carpenter. So this is where the 32 starts. Goes north through Broad Street. Well, I'll say now y'all have to take the B line at Lombard South. Yeah, Lombard South will be your closest station. So now y'all leave from Lombard South by taking the B line. Go all the way to City Hall. Get off of City Hall. Take the Route 27 from City Hall. And I believe I'm not sure, but okay. So I'm not sure if they actually go through Benjamin Franklin Parkway. So I'm thinking either the 27 will go through 16th Street, or yeah, most likely to go through 16th Street. Yeah, they do go through 16th Street, and then I don't know if they continue on at 16th or yeah, they continue on 16th. So for 32, no, that's 2. No, that's the two that goes south through 17. So if I was driving the 32, where I normally, so I normally, okay, so the 32 stays on a boulevard, JFK Boulevard. So anyone lives there, this is your alternative route will be the 9. No, the 9 doesn't even go there. Like they start from 30th Street. So if anyone lives somewhere around there, y'all alternative. This is y'all's. Either y'all could walk from there to City Hall or take the following alternative routes. For now, I don't know. For now, well, except for the 62 because 62 is going to be discontinued. So the 27 goes through 16, continue on at 16th. Passes through Vine Street. I think they goes through no, they actually goes up at Vine and then gets on a Franklin's Fountain. Did they actually go through there? No, that's 2. So they stay on 16. Yeah, no, that's bro. Then where do the 27 go through then? There? No, that's 32. That route will be discontinued. Hold on, let me check. Let me check. Yeah, I have those. I have that map ready to go. Yeah, there you are. 27. Cover that out. Yeah. Okay, so they actually goes into the Vine Street Expressway and then gets on the Schuylkill Expressway until they get. Okay, now I got it now. So once you get off the B line from after you take the train from Lombard South to City Hall, now you need to take the 27 from City Hall to. So where did the 32 go through then? Let me get the 32 as well. So the 32 normally goes through there. 30. They normally go through 33rd Street, and I don't know which route that goes through 33rd. So I'm assuming. So if there's gonna be no 32, that's where they ends at. Well, there's 18th Street. Is there other bus routes? I mean, no, that's just the 446, the school route. And then they turns at Vine Street, but the 27 goes in the Vine Street Expressway, but no alternative route that goes through there then. Do they? No, no alternative route. But does the 32? No, they just goes through the Benjamin Franklin Parkway, then the 22nd Street. Any routes that goes through? Yeah, the 38. So yeah, okay. So I'm guessing y'all had to take the 38. I'm assuming there's 20th Street. I guess this is where y'all had to turn. I guess. There you are. Yeah. Yeah, 38 is going to be turning here. Meet with the 49. I guess this is no 38 will continue on through Franklin Park Street Parkway. Yeah, 38. Was there any route that so where did it go through all the way until 27th Street? Does 38 actually go through there? Yeah, they still go through there. And then there's Spring Garden. No, the 43 goes through there. I don't know if they gonna. No, the 43 still go through there. Hmm. There's 22nd. No, this. So okay, 38 still go through there, and then I'm guessing they'll turn here if I'm correct, and then go through Pennsylvania Avenue. No, that's 32. So I guess to go through Kelly Road, Kelly Drive. Do they? I'm not sure. Let me do this crap again. There are 38. So I guess 38 will no longer go through there. So now y'all have 38 will go through 33rd Street. Then why in the world? So I guess the 27 will be an alternative route. I guess like I'm not sure. I don't know if there's going to be another alternative route for the nine. I don't think the nine will be our alternative route at 33rd Street. No. So I'll say no alternative route on this area here. Because here's 33rd Street, or that's Bridge Street. Yeah, that's 33rd Street. And somewhere is there's a Route 3 ends here somewhere. There's Cecil B. Moore, so the Route 3 ends here. And then usually it goes to Frankfurt Transit Center, but unfortunately they don't go to Frankfurt Transit Center no more. Well, right now they're still going through there, but now I think right now it's still going to be shortened. Let me financial cut. Let's there you go. Yeah, fare increase. That's okay. Okay, so starting on August 2025, they'll start to shorten the routes. So yeah, anyone listening Kensington, y'all have to take the L. Yeah, anyone listening to Kensington near that, if y'all rely on the 3, y'all gonna have to rely on the L. And no, there'll be no 89 service. So yeah, that's that. transit. No, it's not that. Find your link. No, it's not that. Damn, where do? Yeah, there's bus revolution. That it's. I don't know if they still going on with this stuff. If the service cut problem's gonna be happening. Yeah, the King of Prussia M line. I don't know if they still doing it or they either cancel that. Waiting Master. SEPTA Key 2.0. Like, I was supposed to be telling y'all about the, Dang, where do. No, that's safety. Capital budget, start funding. I think it's that, isn't it? I mean, this is where I got back to it. But how in the world do I go to? No, that's the same website that I. If I go through news, yeah, I guess this is it. Okay, then. Go back to SEPTA. Budget. Alright, yep. I'm not sure. Let me just go in and. There we go. Network cuts. Proposed service cuts. Okay. There we go. Now I should be back on that. So yeah, no service through. There'll be no buses going through 33rd Street. I'm guessing. Then where is 33rd Street? Okay, there's 33rd. So no buses going through 33rd Street. So not even the regional rail. Well, there's no even station there. So here I'll say here there'll be the 61. So yeah, once the 27 will go through with Hecken, and yeah, let me go back to 32. So the red one is the 32, which is a discontinuing round. 38 will be expanding, so they will no longer go through Ben Franklin Parkway. 27 will go through the Schuylkill Expressway and the Vine Street Expressway to get to Wissahickon and then Manahawk. And then they'll get to where the normally ends at? Richmond, Richmond, if I'm correct. Yeah, this is how you get to. This is where the 27 goes through. So yeah, I'll say take the B line from Lombard to City Hall, and then take the 27 from City Hall to this area right here. So yeah, I'll go ahead and conclude the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I'll go ahead and conclude the live stream. Thank you all for watching this video. Well, there's nobody watching it right now, but thank you all for watching this video. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll meet you guys until next time.